All right, this time we're going to talk about Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. And this is the second book in this like mini series. There are only two though.
Yep.
So it went Six of Crows and then Crooked Kingdom. Okay, so synopsis. This picks up where Six of Crows left off with Waylon's dad, John or Jan, probably Jan Van Eck.
Yeah.
He kind of just bested them and took Inej and did not pay them for going to the ice court. And so this picks up where Kaz and his crew are basically scheming to try and get Inej back, but also trick or somehow get their money from Van Eck as well for what they're owed. For getting Kawhi, who knows the secret to Param, Judah Param, and how to make it and whatnot. So he's still with their crew and they're working to basically keep him from Van Eck and getting into the wrong arms, but also getting all their money at the same time. Yeah, so that's the whole book is kind of him, like Kaz going up against the other Barrel Kings like Pekka Rollins and Jan Van Eck to ultimately try and get a lot of money.
Yeah, and get Inej back.
Yeah. So that is kind of the whole what it's all about. But I rated it a B, solid B, which is surprising because I rated Six of Crows so high. I think I rated it an A minus. But I really enjoyed this book, but for some reason I could not get into it to the point where like I couldn't put it down. Like I think for me, what it was is that there was just too many people, too many points of view. So like you didn't really get hooked because you're going from Waylon to Jesper to Kaz to Inej to Nina to Matthias. And so it just felt like I would read a chapter and it'd be like, to read a whole nother one seemed like it would take a while. So it just took me probably a long time to finish this, more than it should have. But I liked the story. I thought it was tricky in the sense that I didn't exactly know how the ending was going to come about. And they introduced some interesting characters, but overall, it just wasn't as captivating. Like I could put it down easily. So solid.
Yeah. I gave it a B plus. Because I rate them together, I guess, since there's so many books. I didn't like because Matthias died. It was so sad.
Yes.
I really liked him. And Nina's like one of my favorite characters, so for her. Chaz was making me so crazy in this one. He was acting like such a dumbass. Like, I don't know. I was just like, oh my God, dude, like get it together. And like, he like kind of makes it seem like he thinks he doesn't like Inej. Like that. Like he like plays it off like it's no big thing, but really he does. I'm like, will you just freaking admit it? Like, I don't know. He made so many stupid choices in this book where I like the first one a lot better than but yeah, B plus.
Yeah, good story, but not one that you would like run and tell someone, "Oh my gosh, you have to read this book."
Right.
But I did like the writing. I thought it was much better than the Shadow and Bone trilogy. I had a lot of like cunning lines, and it was like, as far as the text, easy to read. It just didn't really like pull you and hook you, in
Yeah.
my opinion, for the whole book.
Yeah, I would agree. I was never like, oh my God, I can't stop reading this. It was just like, oh, okay, I read a little bit, whatever.
I also, so Nina was my favorite, and Matthias was second. So like when he died, I was like, this book is dead to me.
Yeah, this book sucks.
Yeah. Like of all the people to die, why did it have to be Matthias?
Yes.
I read online, and I don't know if maybe you've read this in the like. Well, is there another book after this, like in this series?
Well, this duology is only about like the Six of Crows.
Yeah.
It's like the King of Scars and Rule of Wolves.
Okay, is Nina in them?
July. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not gonna say it. But I read something online, and I was like, wait, that like I read it before starting this, and then I was like, oh, it never actually happened in this book, so it must be in those two.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Okay.
and then she can like summon dead bodies now.
Yeah, that's so cool. But
Uh,
I mean, I think that's kind of cooler than what she could do before. Like,
like the heart render or
yeah,
whatever. Heart render. I don't even know how you say it. But yeah,
yeah,
way cooler. She can like summon an army of corpses from the corpse boat.
yeah.
Ever.
How creepy. I
Yeah.
do wish that like this series to me seems really like action thriller,
Hmm.
but it doesn't have a ton of romance in it, which I'm like,
Yeah.
I kind of missed, honestly. I thought it could have a little more, but it does get bonus points for being a really pretty book.
Yes.
Like
Yours is cool.
this and Six of Crows. Like design, A plus. How cool.
That one is the next one, I think, the gold book.
Oh, mine
Pretty
is just
cool.
a black cover.
Yeah,
How do you
so
get the cool one?
mine's red,
Oh,
but it's not like the pages are just
oh. I never knew there were so many different editions or versions of books out there. Like when you order
and
them
like
on Amazon.
and international ones that are like special edition or whatever.
Mhm. Do you
That one's just the
typically,
coolest.
did you plan to order that one?
No, I had no idea that's what it looked like. I ordered a box set with the last two.
Do you order your books off of Amazon strictly or do you use something else?
It depends on what it is. Cause I'll go to like half price books and get a bunch of books, but it's like a series, usually I'll order it online or I'll look online and see if there's like a special edition or something.
Is that a national store, Half Price Books, or is that something local?
It's I don't think it's even online. Yeah, it's like in Des Moines.
Hmm.
So
I
we
feel
get
like I could hang out there all day.
yeah. I feel like Corey gets bored, so I'm like trying to hurry. I give him the Amazon list and he goes and like looks for all the books.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah. He
I
finds like
have,
cool ones that like have neat covers and stuff. So
that's cool. Does Corey like to read?
no,
No. So he's your
he does not.
bookmarker instead.
Yeah, he likes movies. He does not like to read.
That's true.
So
That's kind of a win though, because if you read books that are were then turned into movies.
yeah. So he's been watching The Shadowhunters with me.
Oh.
So I think he's addicted. Like he says he's not, but
Mhm.
if I watch one without him, he gets so mad. So like, okay.
Are all of those out? The I
I don't know what like so the ones that we're watching are just the Mortal Instruments. I don't know if there's another show for other ones.
there's not for Infernal Devices,
I didn't think there was.
unfortunately. But on the topic of shows, so now that I've finished Crooked Kingdom, should I watch Shadow and Bone on Netflix, or do I need to read the other two first?
I would read the other two. I can't remember because they pull
Or it
like
just
some
keeps
parts of the
going.
books and put it together.
Yeah.
You could probably watch it, but I just read them all just to be safe because I Googled it like 7 times because I'm like, I just want to start it.
Hmm.
I think you'll like the show more than the Shadow and Bone books, just because like Kaz and them make an appearance.
Okay. I need to order the next two. I don't have them yet. I thought that I know we've talked about this, but for some reason
Mhm.
I didn't realize that they were still in the grishaverse.
Yeah, they are.
But
They're about Nikolai.
yeah. And they're your favorite ones, right? Of the whole
Yeah,
grishaverse, yeah. So I can't start now. Although I did finish Among the Beast and Briars today. So I need a new book.
I can't wait until that comes. It-
We are going to do that review next because I think you'll finish. I finished it in 2 days. I feel like you'll finish it in one.
well, it wasn't Prime, so I'm like, I don't
Mm.
know when it will get here. Hopefully soon.
It's quite, it was a, I just can't speak today. It was quite good. surprisingly so. Um, and I love that it was just one. It was like all wrapped up well. But
Yeah. Like Addie,
yeah.
like, I was like, I'm glad this is just one because then I'm not like
Mhm.
subjected to like another series
Like I
forever.
love series. Like Sarah Moss, love the series. Love that's
Yes.
a series. But there are some books that shouldn't be series. And then there are also sometimes where it's just refreshing to read one and be done and like feel that accomplishment of like
Yeah.
I did it.
hmm Yes, I agree. And then they all start to like run together. Like if we do more of the like infernal devices and stuff, I have to read the summaries because I'm like, I don't remember what that book, like what happened in that book and where it's
Mhm.
because they all just kind of run together.
Yeah,
It just keeps going. So
definitely. I did love that series though, Infernal
mhm.
Devices.
It was really good.
Mhm.
Super good.
It was, I think, one of the first ones to where like I read it and couldn't put down.
Mhm.
Like I think I was like 16 and I just like cruised right through them.
She does really good with like action writing, I feel like,
Mm-hmm.
and romance. I mean, there's romance in them too.
Mm-hmm. I wish that she would write an adult book, like
Yeah,
a spicy one.
I know she just came out with, so she's finished one, but something's wrong with like the publishers, so it's gonna take her to come out. But the book is done. I think it's another Shadowhunter book, Chains of something. Yeah. Who just wrote? Didn't Victoria Aveyard make an adult book?
I don't know.
I thought
Realmbreaker. She just came out with Realmbreaker,
I thought
but
it was. I
I
thought
have
there was an
not seen
adult.
it on Spicy Talk. Like I have not seen
Mm.
people rate it like they do for like Sarah Moss or Blood and Ash. Those are
Yeah,
the
Blood and Ash.
ones that are like adult fantasy.
Yeah, you need to read Blood and Ash.
I
Wow.
ordered Shadow in the Ember. It comes here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this week it gets here.
Oh, that's exciting. That was my favorite one of those. And then the sequel to that one comes out in the fall.
Yay. What that cover's pretty. I saw it. It was just released.
Yeah, Light in the Flame, I think.
Hmm. How dare you
I
make
know.
me read this book that's not the sequel isn't out yet.
I will say I read Blood and Ash and then I was like, oh, there's a prequel. So I read the prequel. I didn't know it was like its own series. They're just like before Blood and Ash. I was like, it was so good. I was like, well, this sucks. And I'm like, oh, there's another one coming out because it just ends and you're like, what? Like,
Wait, so is it a duology or is it going to be a trilogy?
I
Or
don't
do you
know.
know?
I haven't looked into that,
Hmm.
but you'll like it.
Oh, I'm sure I'll love it.
Plus,
But
like you'll like see some of the characters in the Blood and Ash book and be like, oh, that's cool.
so it's kind of like Infernal Devices and the Mortal
Hmm
Instruments, like same world and timeline and whatnot,
Yeah.
kind of
There's
intertwined, but they're not like dependent upon each other.
yeah, there's like gods and stuff that are like immortal or whatever.
Mhm. Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we strayed really far, but it's all like the same genre. So there's Korean Kingdom book review. I did a B and a B plus. It's good, but not one that you'll probably will like love and die over and want to read again and again and again.